Brian Hickerson is finally breaking his silence following Hayden Panettiere's death, but his first public response is brief and carefully worded. Through his attorney, Sloan Ellis of the Ellis Hinton law firm, Hickerson says Hayden's death remains under investigation and that it is important to allow that investigation to proceed. His attorney also points out that, as previously reported, police have said there were no signs of foul play. The statement ends by saying that, out of respect for Hayden's loved ones and the ongoing investigation, there will be no further comment from Brian at this time. The choice of attorney is also notable. Sloan Ellis is a former federal prosecutor who has worked with the DEA and FBI on past cases, significant given that the DEA has reportedly joined the multi-agency investigation into Hayden's death. Brian and Hayden had a long and deeply complicated history. The pair began dating in 2018, and their relationship later became the subject of multiple domestic violence cases involving Hickerson. And now, investigators are still working to piece together what happened in the moments leading up to Hayden's death. As previously reported, Brian and his brother Zach Hickerson were both at the South Carolina apartment when Hayden died. According to the account, Brian was asleep in another room when Zach found Hayden unresponsive in an armchair. First responders rushed to the scene and attempted to save her, but Hayden was ultimately pronounced dead. Brian reportedly became visibly emotional as those efforts came to an end, and police say he showed them a bag containing medications Hayden had been taking before her death. But Hickerson's brief statement comes as fresh scrutiny continues to surround his history with Hayden. A former neighbor, Mia Terzis, has described Brian as a terrifying presence, claiming she repeatedly called 911 over disturbances involving him, and saying she saw Hayden appearing injured on more than one occasion.
Hayden Panettiere's final days are coming under fresh scrutiny as a former neighbor of the late actress describes her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Brian Hickerson, as a terrifying presence. 36-year-old Panettiere was found dead in South Carolina on Sunday, while Hickerson and his brother, Zach, were reportedly at the residence. According to 911 audio obtained by People, the emergency call described an apparent overdose. But as investigators continue examining what happened, disturbing allegations about Hickerson's history with the actress have resurfaced. Panettiere had previously detailed the abuse she said she suffered during her relationship with Hickerson in her memoir, This Is Me, A Reckoning, and now one of her former neighbors is speaking out about what she claims happened long after some of those incidents became public. Mia Terzis, who lived in the same West Hollywood apartment complex as Panettiere, told Inside Edition that Hickerson remained a frightening presence around the property. This predator was in our community, Terzis said. She alleged that Hickerson never completely stopped staying at Panettiere's home and described multiple disturbing incidents. According to Terzis, there were occasions when Hickerson allegedly destroyed parts of the apartment, including an incident in which she claimed he used a sledgehammer in the bathroom at around 5 in the morning. Terzis said the noise and altercations were so concerning that she called 911 at least half a dozen times. Terzis claimed Hickerson eventually became so notorious at the apartment complex that management took action. She said warning signs featuring his photograph were posted and that he was banned from the property. For Terzis, the situation was frightening enough that she said she personally feared Hickerson. "I was terrified of him," she said, adding that she had a concealed carry permit. But perhaps the most disturbing part of her account involved Panettiere herself. Terzis claimed she saw the actress leave the building appearing to be injured on more than one occasion. She recalled seeing her being taken away on a gurney twice, although she did not know exactly what had happened to her at the time. The allegations are especially significant because Panettiere herself had already publicly discussed her relationship with Hickerson. In This Is Me, A Reckoning, the actress wrote extensively about what she described as abuse during their relationship. Hickerson has not denied the allegations. In fact, when TMZ previously asked him about the memoir, he said that everybody should read the chapter concerning his abuse. That history has now returned to the spotlight following Panettiere's sudden death. However, it is important to stress that Hickerson has not been charged with any crime connected to Panettiere's death. So far, there's no public evidence establishing that Hickerson played any role in her death. Still, police have reportedly visited Hickerson's home as the investigation continues. That development has naturally intensified public interest in Panettiere's final days.
Hayden Panettiere's death is now being treated as a death investigation by police, and authorities are looking into whether criminal conduct could have played a role. Law enforcement sources involved in the case tell TMZ investigators are not simply assuming the 36-year-old actress died from an accidental overdose of prescribed medication. Because her death was unexpected at her age, police are working alongside the coroner to establish both the cause and manner of death. The autopsy has already been completed, but the toxicology results are still pending. Those results could be crucial in determining exactly what was in Panettiere's system and what led to her death. And now, investigators appear to be turning their attention toward Brian Hickerson's family. Greenville police were seen Wednesday morning at the Hickerson family home, with two uniformed officers photographed approaching the property. One officer knocked on the front door while another walked up the driveway. It remains unclear exactly why police went there, whether anyone answered or what investigators were seeking. But the timing is drawing attention because Hickerson was present at the residence when Panettiere went into cardiac arrest. Brian's brother, Zach Hickerson, was the one who found Hayden unresponsive on Sunday when he entered the residence she and Brian were sharing. Brian was asleep at the time.
Hayden Panettiere's boyfriend, Brian Hickerson, was reportedly at the South Carolina apartment when the actress went into cardiac arrest and died. And new details from the police report are now putting his behavior at the scene under online scrutiny. According to a police report cited by NBC News, both Brian and his brother Zach Hickerson were inside the apartment complex when emergency crews were called around 1:50 p.m. Sunday. First responders found Hayden in cardiac arrest and immediately began life-saving measures. But according to the report, the two brothers reacted very differently as paramedics fought to save her. Zach was reportedly very emotional while EMS workers were treating Hayden. Brian, meanwhile, allegedly did not become visibly emotional until after Hayden was pronounced dead at the scene at around 2:32 p.m. The report also says Brian showed police a bag containing medications Hayden was taking at the time of her death. And there's another layer to Brian and Hayden's relationship that was reportedly kept away from the public. TMZ previously reported that the pair had rekindled their romance, but kept it private because of Hayden's career. A source close to Brian told TMZ that the two had not actually broken up as many times as the public believed, and were reportedly still romantically involved while Hayden was promoting her memoir, This Is Me, A Reckoning. According to that source, Hayden's team had advised her to distance herself publicly, even though the two were allegedly still together in private. The couple was reportedly in the Greenville area frequently, although exactly what they were doing there when Hayden died remains unclear. And as soon as news broke that Brian had been at the scene, social media erupted with speculation. Some users immediately accused him of potentially having something to do with Hayden's death, while others demanded that he be investigated. One particularly disturbing theory circulating online claimed that a dose of Narcan found at the scene may have been used to revive Brian rather than Hayden, but there is no evidence establishing that this happened. Another commenter questioned why Narcan reportedly found at the apartment was not used on Hayden. Those are online theories, not confirmed findings from investigators, but now Brian's presence there has become another major focus of the public conversation. Because amid the growing backlash, Brian Hickerson has also deactivated his Instagram account. That came after people flooded the comments on his most recent post, with some users demanding answers and accusing him of being connected to Hayden's death.